Today is October 16, 2012 on a Tuesday, 12:50 a.m. Pacific Time, and up next you're up with Early Morning Pink. Get a load of this, folks. It says Britain has alien war weapons, says former government advisor. Alien war weapons? Ooh! Imagine that. Zoe Catchpole. What a name. This person's name is Zoe Catchpole. MSN News, dated October 12, 2012 on a Friday. Well, with a name like that, I would say this article is going to be very interesting. This is copyrighted MSN News. The Tyrannus could be used to fight aliens. In an interview with MSN, Nick Pope, who worked for the Ministry of Defense for 21 years, said that while Britain doesn't have a war plan, it certainly has sophisticated enough weaponry to defend itself. Mr. Pope, whose job it was to advise on the threat posed by other life forms, said that in the event of an attack, he expected that we would quickly adapt our plans for other more current war scenarios. At present, he said, there was no special organization like Torchwood, the alien hunting team from the BBC science fiction series of the same name, but he said he was sure that in the event of attack, an operation could be set up quickly and efficiently. World nations would probably pool their technology together like in such films as Independence Day. Mr. Pope said, "We do have several prototype aircraft and drones and other weapons you won't see on the news for another 10 to 15 years, so that if we did face a threat from the unknown, then even there is no Torchwood around now, there would be something like it by then, and they would certainly have some great kit to help in the fight." He said, "Look at the Tyrannus, which is a prototype made by BAE Systems. It looks for all the world like a spaceship in the hangar." So are aliens a threat? The official government position is that UFOs offer no significant defense threat. Well, how would they know that? However, Mr. Pope said, what that really means is that we don't know. My colleague and I said, whatever our official position, the one we gave to the public, media, or parliament privately, where 5% of UFO sightings remained unexplained, at the very least, there has to be a potential threat. How would we fight? One possibility would be trying to unite all the nations of the world. For those who think that far-fetched, Ronald Reagan once hinted at it in a speech to the UN. He said, "I occasionally think how quickly we would set aside our difference if we faced some alien threat from the other side." And in this illustration or drawing, it says, was the Tyrannus modeled on this UFO spotted at Rendlesham Forest in 1980. So why is the government looking at UFO sightings, you may ask? Well, between 1991 and 1994, my job at the MOD was to investigate the 200 to 300 reported sightings of UFOs in the UK each year to see if there was evidence of a potential threat or something of general defense interest. One of the things that was interesting was that when people reported seeing UFOs, these things were capable of extraordinary maneuvers and speeds. They were much faster than our military jets, so we wanted to find out about the technology and if we could find it useful. Defense scientists were very interested in the fact they might have some kind of exotic propulsion system. So, do aliens really exist? Well, I am absolutely convinced that elsewhere in the universe there must be other life, and I am also convinced that some of that is going to be intelligent. I am open-minded about the possibility that some of that life is visiting us down here But just as our space program is reaching out to find out what is out there, it seems other life forms could be motivated by the same thing. What do aliens look like? Well, look at that. Aliens come in all shapes and sizes. They apparently come in all shapes and sizes according to the people who have seen these things. There is a vast variety of life. One of the things being discussed at the Royal Society is that we could be dealing with artificial life, a post-biological universe of cyborgs and robots. Now folks, how would they know that? I suspect there are thousands and millions of civilizations out there. Well, how come we haven't seen any? We all hope it's just going to be ET-style fluffy aliens, as opposed to a terrifying alien invasion. What one event has convinced you of the existence of alien life? Well, it's a case in the UK at Rendlesham Forest in 1980, in Suffolk, between two military bases, and it was not a sighting of a UFO in the sky, but a UFO that actually landed. Some of the witnesses described a smallish craft. It came on a second night, and when military personnel examined the landing site, they found indentations in the ground, and Defense Intelligence staff assessed the radiation levels with a Geiger counter and found radiation levels at 8 times normal. We told Parliament there was no defense significance, but did so with tongue firmly in cheek, because you cannot have a UFO land between two defense bases without it being of enormous defense significance. What would you say to skeptics? The believers only have to be right once. That's it. One time, and one time only. Let's see. And that supposedly represents an alien. Don't know if it's real, folks, but it kind of looks rubbery to me. I don't know if you think so, but doesn't that look like a rubbery looking alien? It just looks odd. Look at that arm. The face looks, the lips on the alien look pretty realistic though, and so does the nose. The rest of the alien, I don't know. I wonder what those kids were thinking as they're looking at this creature. Or should I say alien form. This is copyrighted PA. Interesting, huh? But let's take a look at that ship, or wait a minute, let's look at this first. And this is copyrighted MSN News. Yep, somebody was doing some interesting things. And this is copyrighted MSN News also. It's a black saucer. A black saucer spaceship. Okay. So what do you think, folks? Do you think that Britain has alien war weapons? I really like this person's last name. Catchpole. That's very unique. Well, anyway. That's it for the report, folks. Thank you for watching. And also, I wish to say that I do not approve or disapprove of the content of the video. This is for educational purposes only, and it's not for commercial use or profit. All photos belong to their respective owners, and the copyrights are located below each photo in this report. They do not belong to me. No copyright infringement is intended. Thank you for watching, and pink out.